Okay, everybody, let's talk must-have products for maintaining, growing, and maintaining long, healthy hair from root to tip. And again, all my opinion, and let's just get into what I've been doing and how I repaired my hair and how it's continuing to grow long and strong. First things first, for me, shampoo is probably the most important thing.
If you really want your hair to grow, you need to stop oiling your scalp. My name is Dr. Mohammed. I practice in London. We have a yeast called Malassezia which thrives in oily environments. It feeds off the oils your scalp normally produces. So by oiling your scalp, you're going to just feed it more. You're going to cause the numbers to multiply, and as they multiply, they release fatty acids which can cause inflammation and increase cell turnover on your scalp, which leads to flaking and dandruff. Stick to oiling your lengths and your ends only.
I mean, the moral of the story here is when there's grease in your hair, you need to be washing it out, because having an excess amount of product on your scalp, grease, sebum, etc., does not give you clean, healthy follicles, and that's where your hair grows. So that's why shampoo is so important, and you need to pick a shampoo that suits your scalp, so the skin on your head, and your hair type. So for instance, I can't use any products with sulfates. That doesn't mean that you can't use products with sulfates, and it also doesn't mean that sulfates are particularly bad for growing and maintaining long, healthy hair. It means that for my specific hair type and for my sensitivity, because I have a lot of sensitivities in my body, I can't use sulfates. So make sure that you choose the shampoo products that work really great for your hair. I love number 4, 11 Australia, Pureology. I know we love to name products online, and a lot of it is helping people, but a lot of the time I don't even like to name products, because you really need to try the products that are best for your hair type. As far as conditioning goes, that is really about the diameter of the hair, meaning, is it fine and really thin? Is it medium? Is it thick and coarse? Because once again, we're conditioning our hair from about here down. I just don't put it on the roots, but everywhere else, of course, conditioning and deep masking is so important for replenishing all the moisture in your hair. So you need to find the one that is perfect for your hair type, and you really need to see what works for you. It's very rare that I can share products with family or friends because our hair types are so different. So what I like is more lighter products, are more rather lighter products. So it doesn't matter if they're from pharmacies or drugstores or professional level, but the reason I always lean towards professional products is just because of the ingredients. There is nothing wrong with the product that is made, and sold in a French pharmacy. By the way, there are so many new articles, I'm going to insert them here, about the expansion and the amazing products in French pharmacies, and now they're including Greek pharmacies in that. And because I spend so much time in Greece, I really like to reiterate, and Spain too, they have some incredible products in the pharmacies, and they just don't market them. So you may have never heard of them, and the price points are a lot lower because there's no marketing, of course. Now, there are huge companies like L'Oreal, Estee Lauder that have basically bought up all the other little companies. And the reason I want to mention this is because a company like L'Oreal, for example, that owns Pureology and that owns the lower end L'Oreal products, they are not made equally just because they are made from the same manufacturer. So that's why you need to learn and understand all of the ingredients and just make sure that they suit your specific needs. One of the things I've said a lot is that when I was going through my hair growth journey, I reached a point where I couldn't get past a certain point, and my stylist at the time, who's taught me so much, he's amazing, he works on movie sets, he was always laughing at me and saying, oh, you've been growing it for 10 years. But the problem was I was never taught how to wash my hair correctly. He always told me to get good products, which I've been using Pureology since I was a teenager, but I wasn't washing correctly. So shampooing is super important, and conditioning and masking is super important. Not only the products, but the application. And I have a lot of videos about that, but you need to know how to apply the products correctly. I remember at one point I was washing my scalp and coming out and it still didn't feel clean. I just wasn't cleaning it correctly. Number 2, it's leave-in conditioner. I love talking about this. I have a drawer right here where I have a lot of Pureology, and then I also have the Sally Bond Bar. And this is not an Olaplex 6 dupe, although it was kind of marketed as that, because what Sally's Bond Bar did was they did a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so they were mimicking the Olaplex. It's not like that, but I do like it. It's a very lightweight kind of whipped consistency, and I did a video where I showed it recently when I did my post hair wash routine. I love my Pureologies. Basically, just choose something that has incredible ingredients and it's moisture when it comes to leave-in, because we've just shampooed and conditioned our hair. We've washed it out. So what stays in our hair needs to be moisturizing our hair. So for me now, it's all about the leave-in at this stage. It's really going to help with moisturizing the hair, with minimizing breakage. A lot of them have even some UV protection inside. There's just so many great benefits to a leave-in conditioner. It really is a star product. Next is oil and serums. Let me go back into my hair drawer here. So when it comes to oils and serums, I do have a little bit of a variety depending on what my hair is asking for at that time. I have different oils. I have my Kerastase here, a couple oils. I've got my Olaplex. I've got my Joico. So it's sort of like whatever my hair needs at that time, that's what I'm going to give it. Your oils are sealing in your ends. Your ends, no matter how like healthy our hair is, our ends, they are old. They're our oldest part of our hair, and they also have holes on the bottom because they've got nothing attached to them. So we want to make sure that I like to oil in these two fashions. Like when I'm doing my blast blow dry, in the middle of that I will stop and I will oil the ends and then continue blow drying, and then I oil like every night is what I prefer to do. But depending on your hair care routine, you might want to do it in the daytime. And if you get a nice lightweight oil, there's nothing like it. It'll just make your hair look smoother and shinier, and it's so healthy for our hair. I also love my cold pressed grapeseed oil. I cannot live without that. I use that all over my face, all over my body, and all over my hair. Not my scalp, but like from mids down. It is just such a lightweight oil with linoleic acid. It's very moisturizing, but it's very lightweight. It will not weigh down your hair. As of late, I can say that I have been enjoying that more than the argan oil. It's a tight race, but I think that's my fave right now. Heat protection. Think of it as like a sunscreen for your hair, even though we do need sunscreen for our hair. But the heat protection, it does so many great things. Primarily protects our hair from heat damage, but if you get a really great one like the Redken Big Blowout, it's also going to give you volume. It's going to give you a little bit of shine. And this specific one, that's the Blowout Jelly, you won't feel it in your hair, and it's a beautiful smell as well. That's like a vanilla musky type smell. Okay, combs and brushes, quite controversial, but like I've said in several videos, I do use a wide tooth coconut infused comb. Only on 2 instances. When I first come out of the shower, I'm not really using this to comb. I'm using this to separate the clumps, because if you have wavy hair, it'll have clumps. So that's what I want to do as my first comb. It's non-mandatory, but it just works for me. And then I go in with my tangle teasers, my wet brushes. And right now, I feel ready for a new brush, and I'm looking into, I think it's the Berber. They have a really awesome oil I have heard about. I've seen a lot of reviews on that. I believe they make a brush. I am willing to spend a little bit now on a brush, maybe with a mixture of boar bristles. I'm not really sure. Recommendations always welcome below. Going back to this, the only other instance I would use this is like a day like now where I have freshly washed hair and I have wavy clumps. I could use it to separate my clumps if I want. So I like using those types of brushes in the certain sequence, as I mentioned, the wide tooth, then the tangle teaser, wet brush. They are so important to distribute our oils, to untangle our hair, and I find like if you like your brush, you will use it more often, and it's really important to brush out your hair, especially before you wash it. So if you go in the shower with tangles, that's what causes those dreaded spider knots. I know there's different terms for them, but it almost looks like a little rock, and I used to get those all of the time. I'm telling you, I have been on one long hair care journey, which is why I have gathered so much knowledge. So guess this is the silver lining. There's always a silver lining, right? So those, everybody, are my absolute must-haves for growing and maintaining your hair long and healthy. And if you have any suggestions, or if you think I forgot something, please let me know, because I'm always wanting to do new videos that are interesting and helpful for everybody. And hit subscribe if you want more tips for growing your hair super long and healthy. Once again, just talking about my own journey and what has worked for me, and wishing you all an amazing hair journey as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Bisu bisu.